Is Perry Mason Britain's most hated neighbor? After accepting an offer from developers to sell his property for a 62-home estate, Mason finds himself ostracized and abused by his village, but he's unfazed. The deal was simply too good to refuse. Perry Mason, a 64-year-old homeowner from Maidstone, has become the subject of intense local anger after agreeing to sell his property to Ale Homes, a developer eager to build 62 new homes on land adjacent to his house. Despite the backlash from neighbors who accuse him of selling out the community, Mason remains unbothered by the hostility. "It's a win-win for me," he admits. Having paid just £40,000 for his home over 2 decades ago, Mason was offered a substantially higher amount, although he's keeping the exact figure private. For Mason, the deal is too good to pass up, and he's willing to endure the verbal abuse and dirty looks from neighbors who feel betrayed. The village of Maidstone has been embroiled in a lengthy planning dispute with Ale Homes, the developer that purchased the plot from the original company, Chile Homes. Planning permission was granted 5 years ago for the development, despite local opposition, but the project had been stalled for years. Now, the developers are attempting to push forward by using Mason's land as an access point for the new estate. The controversy lies in the fact that the developers are arguing they've already made a material start by installing a piece of curb before the original December 2021 deadline, which means they shouldn't have to reapply for planning permission. Locals, however, are outraged, accusing the developers of sneaking by on a technicality. Over 100 letters of objection were sent during the initial planning phase, and community leaders are determined to fight the development again. Mason, however, dismisses his neighbor's outrage. "If you buy a house with a field behind it, you should expect homes to be built eventually," he argues. The transport manager, who has lived in the area for 28 years, says he's seen it all before. For him, the lengthy planning dispute is simply part of the process, and he believes locals should have done their research before buying homes near potential development sites. Mason also points out that if the development doesn't go ahead, his property will still increase in value. "I'm not popular, but I don't care," he adds. While his neighbors are furious, accusing the developers of ruining the area, Mason is focused on securing his future, even if it means going against the community. The proposed development has sparked anger among many villagers who fear the impact of the new homes on local traffic, noise levels, and the nearby nature reserve. Social worker Ife Okoye, who lives close to the site, is concerned that the access road to the estate will create traffic nightmares, while others argue the area's infrastructure can't handle the additional strain. With the narrow road already a dumping ground for cars, locals are preparing to fight the development. Driving instructor Gavin Williams shares similar concerns, arguing that the new homes will destroy the character of the neighborhood. Meanwhile, Mason remains resolute in his decision, confident that his financial gain outweighs the disapproval of his neighbors. As the village of Maidstone braces for a potential legal battle over the development, Perry Mason's decision has cast him in the spotlight as the community's most controversial figure. Do you think he's right to prioritize his own financial interests, or should he have sided with his neighbors? Share your thoughts below, and if you enjoyed this story, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates on local controversies.